All right, we're now joined by Jada Leonard, Izzy Zingaro, and head coach Chris Kielsmeyer after the semifinal loss to Youngstown State. We'll start with an opening statement from Chris, and we'll open up for questions. Chris, go ahead.
Thanks for the Horizon League, as always, putting on a phenomenal event. Proud of our players, proud of our entire program. The resiliency, the fight that we showed was special. I was fortunate enough to talk to some important board members last spring when things were kind of looking a little different for us with this climate. And, they asked me, what are your expectations for this year? I went in my little sob about how things have been rough the last couple months with the changing climate of college athletics and the tampering and all the stuff that's wrong with college athletics that's going on out there. But the board asked me, what's your expectations? And after I got over that, I smiled and said the expectations are the same. We expect to get to Indy and give ourselves a chance. And that's what this group did. We got to Indy. We gave ourselves a chance. It was a phenomenal basketball game. Credit to Youngstown because they made a couple more plays than us. And, we just have to be better in the moment. We didn't defend very well in the fourth quarter. A lot of stuff that we'll regret. But, the fight, the toughness, the resiliency that this team has showed all year, not just today, but to get to this point and be in a position to have a chance to do this is pretty special. To get here 7 straight times is a remarkable feat. Very few programs in the country can say that. So we've accomplished a lot. I fully expect us to get a postseason bid and go out and win a lot more basketball games.
Chris, thank you. All right, I got a question for Coach. Your student athletes, please raise your hand and we will get you a microphone. Start with Kyle over here. Go ahead.
Kyle Rossi, Horizon Roundtable. Coach, you mentioned the fourth quarter defensively. Give me a sense of what went wrong there.
Well, they got their transition game going. They got that ball down on us pretty fast, and we knew that was a strength of theirs and something that they've really exploited in the earlier games, and we really did a good job with that most of the game. But in the fourth quarter, we didn't. I thought we missed some shots that we could have hit that you got to finish in that moment. And then we made a lot of defensive mistakes. We let them play to their strengths, a lot of wide open threes. And, like I said earlier, a lot of things that we're going to regret that we felt like we could have and should have done better. But, that's the game. That's life. You got to be in the moment, and you got to find a way to get the stop and make the play that you need to. And we just didn't do enough of that.
Kyle, if you have another one, go ahead, please.
Sure. I guess for the two players, obviously today didn't go how you would have wanted, but kind of reflect on this first year, this experience at Cleveland State, in the larger sense this year.
I'm just so proud of everybody and happy to be on this team. It's been so fun, and we're not done yet, and we fought till the end, and we keep fighting, and it's just been a great experience for sure.
Yeah, I agree. I'm proud of us. We're a strong knit group. We're going to respond from this, and yeah, I'm just grateful to be here. We got a lot of great people around us, and yeah.
I'm fortunate enough to coach from phenomenal people, like that locker room, and this was such a rewarding year for me up to this point, and it's just because of who these guys are as people. Phenomenal.
And that to you, that's the story of the season to you, is that this group of people from these, from all over the country literally kind of came together and created something for you.
Yeah, and I loved it. I had a tremendous amount of fun. That's what college athletics is about. I said earlier, there's a lot of challenges that are going on with college athletics right now, but boy, there's a bunch that hasn't changed, and the good is as good as it's ever been, and that's the kids, that's the people.
You mentioned, a couple of you mentioned obviously the idea that you're deserving of a postseason bid. Maybe make that case to the WNIT for me a little bit.
Well, this is a power league, and we finished third. We got to the tournament semifinals. We've got power wins over College of Charleston and Radford, teams that went deep, or Charleston will probably win their tournament. Radford almost won their tournament. We deserve to play, and our resume speaks for itself. So I don't need to justify it a whole lot, I don't think.
Okay, go ahead.
Marvin, Tribune Chronicle and Vindicator in Youngstown. Coach, in the first two matchups this season, obviously their post and what they did defensively kind of limited Izzy, what she's done and what she's been able to do in the post. What do you feel like was different for her today, especially in that second half after she had the 2 fouls earlier in the game?
Yeah, well, they're big and good on the inside and very physical and do a great job at taking stuff away. We try to stretch them, try to ball screen them more. At times it worked, at times it didn't. But I think the ball screen action and being able to work it down freed the paint up a little bit. And then our perimeter players made some really good reads. Izzy's had a phenomenal year, but she's never shot really a shot on her own. She's not bringing the ball down the floor. She's gotten a lot of good passes and good spots where she could get it. And we were able to find some spots that were able to maneuver for her. The physicality that goes against Izzy is unfortunate, in my opinion, because the game has become so physical and, freedom of movement I thought was a thing, but maybe not. But, Izzy had a phenomenal game, and we just a couple baskets short.
And then, in that fourth quarter, they go on that run, they take a 6-point lead. You guys answer with a 7-0 run that ends with, Colby down 1 to give you guys that lead back. What do you feel like kind of triggered that run for you guys, and how do you feel like you guys were able to kind of dig deep to pull that out?
Yeah, it's simple. This team has been in so many tight games, and, if anybody watched the Wednesday game for us to get here, it's one of the best college basketball games ever. And an actual radio station in Cleveland called it the game of the century. So we've been in a lot of situations. They don't panic. We've won a lot of those, and we made enough plays to get ourselves in a spot to find a way to win it. We just didn't get the stop when we needed to, but we didn't lose the game because of one play. We lost the game because we weren't good enough for 40 minutes.
Any further questions for Chris or Izzy or Jada? Guys, go make a deep run on the WNIT like you did last year. Best of luck. Congratulations on a great run so far.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.